Boy, I fucking suspected it. I could have called it. I knew when I posted that last video that there was going to be a bunch of you fucking emotional ass bitches in the comment section siding with my wife on leaving our 6-year-old at home. By the way, we got our 6-year-old's test results back today. She ranked in the 99th percentile in 7 of 10 subjects tested and in the 97th percentile of all the others. So she's technically a kindergarten. She's only 6 years old, and she tested at a 2.1 grade level. My daughter is a genius. She's very, very smart at a bare minimum. So a lot of you smooth brains are in the comment section going, "Oh my God, I can't believe you would even think about leaving your daughter at home alone. She's 6. There's so many things that could happen. Oh my God, I'm a fucking idiot." So of course, when you people make these claims, I have to prove you wrong. So here's some statistics for you. Since you fucking idiots can't logically reason through things, which is what I tried to get my wife to understand, she felt that it was really dangerous to leave a 6-year-old at home alone. She couldn't come up with any good excuses for why it was. It's just that things might happen. And I told her, don't you realize that every single time she gets into a car, which happens frequently, and would happen if we had to take her to the gym, there's a significantly greater likelihood that she would die in a car accident than from staying at home alone. So here's some data for you. In the United States, in 2021, there were 42,939 total traffic fatalities in the United States. Of that 42,939, 1,184 of those fatalities were children under the age of 14. So 1,184 children under the age of 14 died in a traffic accident in 2021. The total number of childhood deaths under the age of 14 that occurred at home for all reasons. This could be anything in the world. If a child died while they were at home, then they count that as the statistic in this particular study or whatever it is. The total number of childhood deaths at home, when the child was at home, not even just alone, the child just had to die in their home. The total in the United States was 2,200. So of all of the possible causes, cancer, disease, fires, choking, abuse, neglect, of all the total possible number, of all the possible causal factors, only 2,200 children died at home. If you want to break that down further, every year in the United States, between 66 and 77 children under the age of 10 die from choking every year. That's not saying they were home alone. That's period. Period. So even when a parent is present, only 66 to 77 total children under the age of 10 will die of choking. Each year, nearly 488 children ages 14 and under die in home fires. Again, the overwhelming majority of these deaths are not going to be when they were home alone. The overwhelming majority of these deaths are going to take place when they were with a parent. So the parent being home does not prevent them from choking, does not prevent them from dying in a fire. So those are the only two things I can even think of. We could do a whole bunch of research, and we could look for kidnappings. We could look for all of these kinds of things. The problem is that all of you people are just knee-jerk having a reaction because it sounds bad. It just sounds bad. Oh my God, leave a 6-year-old at home alone? That just sounds bad. But when you get over the way it sounds and you break it down intellectually to find out what the actual risk factor is, it's basically nil. We have a total of 2,200 deaths at home every year from all causes. Less than 1,000 of these deaths, probably the greatest percentage is probably end up being fires. But there's no data to indicate those children were dying at home alone during fires. So the statistical probability that a child would die in a car accident is substantially higher given the total number so it's 1 in 93 children will die in a car accident. So, and the car is just one example. If you take her to the gym and you leave her sitting at the front door with where strangers are coming in and out, that's not a safe environment either. There's a statistically greater chance that somebody's going to snatch our daughter and kidnap her out the front door of the Planet Fitness, where there's a literal homeless encampment outside the front door, and homeless people are regularly coming into the Planet Fitness because they pay $10 to use the shower. So my wife's genius plan was to take our daughter to Planet Fitness and leave her sitting there where the person behind the counter is not going to do anything to stop somebody from snatching her. The statistical probability that something could happen to her at Planet Fitness is significantly higher than something happening to her inside of her home, inside of a gated community. And even if something were to happen, again, there's neighbors 30 seconds away and we're 6 minutes away. So for all of you people who can't get over the way it seems and it sounds, it's because your brains don't function on an intellectual level. You are overcome with emotion, just like my wife, and you're not looking at the actual factual data. Which is interesting, because you're going to get on a plane, you're going to get in a car, you're going to do all kinds of statistically dangerous things, and you're not going to think anything of it, but you're going to tell me what a piece of shit father I am, because I'm capable of looking at the actual statistical data and realizing that the likelihood of my daughter being in any danger at home alone is practically nil. It's very, very small chance. And anything that could likely lead to her death when she was here by herself could just as likely and just as statistically probably occur even if we were here. There's no guarantee that we could save her even if we were here. The statistics just do not back up all of you people's unfounded fears. As always, thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next one.